Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube, Twitch, not Facebook, goddamn Kick and Rumble channels. Make sure you guys subscribe, follow all my other channels. Let us continue learning Python on Boot.Dev. This is the backend developer path. All right. See, we're due today's lesson. It expires in 8 hours. The current streak is 2. All right. Notifications. Nothing. Shop 22 gems. Apprentice level 15. Alright, let's see where we are on the leaderboard before we start. Position 9 of 25 league members. Okay. Position 10 of 25 league members of league learners. Not the daily one. So 9, 10. Top daily learners 7,506. 84,187 members out of Discord community members. And I'm not an archmage, so. Alright. Learn to code in Python, chapter 9, lists, almost completed. We are on lesson 25 out of 26, so 2 more, and then we can move on to the next chapter. Let me get a sip of some soda. Alright. Even teams. Fantasy Quest PvP teams are uneven when the match begins. We need a... Hold on one moment. Let me clean up the background a bit. Alright. Even teams. Fantasy Quest PvP teams are uneven when the match begins. We need to we need a function that will properly or will correctly split the two teams evenly. The assignment is complete the get even and odd teams function. It accepts a list of players, strings representing the names, and returns 2 lists in this order. Alright, so accept a list of players, strings representing their names. So it's a list. Oh, no, it's just a bunch of... Yeah, technically it's a list of strings, right? And returns 2 lists in this order. A new list of all players with even numbered indexes in original list. A new list of all the players with odd numbered index in the original list. Use the slice syntax with the step to create 2 new lists from the players list. Don't be afraid to consult your spellbook for list slicing help. Oh right, I forgot I could do this instead of going back to different lessons. Alright, spellbook. Split and join in Python. Reversing list in Python. List deletion. List pop method. Appending list length in Python. Indexing into lists in Python. Lists in Python. Summary. Lists are fundamental data structures that Python uses to organize its store collection. Okay. So weapons equals this. Print weapons. Add items to the list by appending. Summary. In Python, a split method divides a string into a list of words or elements based on... So I could have been saving XP if I just use a spellbook more often. Well. In Python, the split method divides a string into a list of words of elements based on the specific delimiter. Default is any white space join method. Does the opposite. It combines a list. Okay. Python join. So text equals apple, banana, cherry. Words equals text dot split. Print words, apple, banana. Alright, so we gotta create two lists. So even numbered. Even underslash equals, and then just make this into a list. Ooh, this is a good song. Is it any wonder? They say that odd numbered equals. Okay. So now I create the list. It says use a slash syntax with step to create two lists from the players list. Don't be afraid to consult your spellbook. Split and join in Python, okay. Python string split method. Oh, what the fuck is this? Python.org? Oh, so it goes straight to the documentation for Python? String.split. Return a list of words in a string using the step delimiter string. If max split is given, most max splits are done thus. Oh, hold on, let me increase the... Alright, there we go. Now you guys can see. Alright. String split. Return a list of words in the string using sep as a delimiter string. If max split is given and max splits are done, thus the list will have at most max split plus one element. Max split is not specified or -1, then there is no limit on the number of splits. All possible splits are made. If sep is okay. That's cool. So splitting the string, text equals apple, banana, cherry, words equals text dot split. So use the slash syntax with a step to create two new lists from the players list. Don't be afraid to consult your spellbook. Alright, but if we go to the split, to the slicing list shit. Get champions, slices champions, return champions, this, and that. And on this one, the assignment was takes a list of champions and return 3 new lists based on the given champions. So I think I actually just have to do something like this. A new list of all players with even numbered indexes. A new list of all players with the odd numbers. I'm gonna ask, do I need to create two new lists and then add them to the lists? After I split it, split, or can I just return them splitted, if that makes sense, splitted using this method, and then control copy, control V. Alright, you are on the right track by thinking about slicing. Slicing is a powerful way to create new lists from existing ones without needing to manually initializing empty lists and loop through them. The lesson specifically asks you to return two lists, one with even index players and one with odd index players. In Python, slicing syntax follows this pattern. The list start, stop, step. Start is where you begin, default is 0. Stop is where you end. The default is the end of the list. Step is how many items to skip each time. For example, if you wanted every third item in the list numbers, you might do this. Numbers equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Every third, numbers, every third. Alright. 10, 1, 2, 3, 40, 1, 2, 3. There's nothing. So that's why it's 10 and 40. To solve this lesson, how can you use the step part of the slice to grab every second item? So I'm not gonna need to initialize two lists. I could just return uh, mm, a new list lists all the players with even numbers, so all of them. And then I'm gonna put a colon. Steps. Oh wait. If it starts, the even number has to be 0. This one begins at 0, and then it gives me every 2. This one's gonna start at 1, and again every second, every other. Alright, so run. That's all I had to do. Alright, so I didn't have to initialize two lists. Just had to return the players, basically mix it into a list. Or it splits it. That's literally what it does. It splits the list however way you want it. Okay. Next, alchemy ingredients. Fantasy Quest added a new alchemy skill. Assignment: complete the check ingredient match function. It accepts two lists of strings, recipe and inventory. The list of ingredients needed is the recipe. List of ingredients the character has is inventory. Alright, it should return two values: a float representing a percentage of required ingredients the character has, and a new list of ingredients the character is missing but that are required. Assume that the recipe list won't contain any duplicates. Recipes require only one ingredient of each kind. For example, if these were the list: recipe, dragon scale, unicorn hair, phoenix feather, troll tusk. Inventory has dragon scale, phoenix feather, troll tusk, and then basically it's missing the unicorn hair, so it needs to know what's missing. Alright, percentage. Missing ingredients. Missing ingredients equals check ingredient match. Recipe inventory. Uh, check ingredient match. Print percentage missing ingredients. Print 75.00 unicorn hair. Your spellbook entry about the in keyword may be helpful here. Just search for list operations contains. Alright, in Python you can check if an item exists in a list using the in keyword. This operation is called a membership test, and it returns true if a specified item is found in the list, and false otherwise. You can also check if the item does not exist in the list using not in keyword, which returns true. When the item is absent from the list, these are simple, efficient ways to verify presence of an element within the list. Alright, here's docs, Python in keyword, Python list. Alright. Example, checking for an element in a list. Heroes equals Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor. Print Thor in heroes, true. Print Batman in heroes, false. Print Hulk not in heroes. Okay. Alright, so complete the check ingredient match function. It accepts two lists of strings. Alright, this one and this one. The list ingredients needed, okay, it should return two valuable or return two values. There's no way that this can actually be what I need to do. Print percentage and missing ingredients. Oh wait, missing ingredients. Hmm. Can I put this? It says object of type def check match recipe inventory unknown. It is not iterable. Okay, so recipe. Hmm. So recipe is the list of ingredients needed. For missing ingredients in a recipe, missing ingredients equals. Oh, wait. Not in. Should I put not in? Name missing ingredients used when not defined. Then can I just use I? Says not. Okay. I'm gonna ask you for help actually. Alright, it says, uh, I boots the bane of end users. What? Can assist without penalty. Am I on track? You've got a couple of things to untangle here. Let me point to them. The recursion error, the inside check ingredients match. You're calling check ingredient match again. That causes the function to call itself forever. The line percentage missing ingredients equals check ingredient match recipe inventory. Belongs in the test code, not inside your function definition. Remove it from here. The for loop syntax. Python's for loop doesn't use not in as part of the loop header. The structure is always for item in some list. Okay. For item in some list, do something with an item. The in keyword here means iterate over, not check membership. Not in check for membership belongs inside the loop body. So think about it this way: you want the loop to, you want to loop over the recipe list, and for each ingredient, check whether it is not in the inventory. What would you do if that condition is true? For missing ingredients in recipe, um, you want to loop over it. So if missing ingredients equals inventory, or how about not in? I could do it there, right? If missing ingredients not in a recipe, um, okay. Complete the check ingredients function accepts two lists. Recipe is the list ingredients needed. Inventory the list of ingredients the character has. It should return a float representing the percentage of required ingredients the character has. A new list of ingredients the character is missing but that are required. I don't think I'm on track. I think I have to initiate the new list, call it missing ingredients. So missing ingredients is a list. For I in recipe, oh, did someone just subscribe? I just got a notification someone just subscribed. Why isn't it popping up? Popped up on stream. Was it on YouTube? Might have been on YouTube. Might have been on Twitch. Why isn't it popping up? I want to give you credit. That's why. Hold up. Hmm. Or was it on Kick? Could have been on cake. Hold up. Crap, I can't find it. Well, whoever subscribed or whatever, thanks for subscribing. My bad. Fucking not showing up on here. Anyways, unless it was in a subscription, I'll look at the video later. Let's see. Percentage missing ingredients. Okay, so missing ingredients. Your spellbook entry. Alright, so good progress. The loop structure is much better now, but there's a logical issue on the if line. If I not in recipe, you're checking the ingredient is not in recipe, but I comes from recipe, so okay. I still have to. Expected indentation block, okay. What list should you actually be checking against to determine if an ingredient is missing? In inventory? Um, Alright, two issues to fix. The if condition is inverted. You're appending ingredients that are in the inventory, but missing ingredients should only contain things the character doesn't have. How would you flip that condition? Okay, not in. 2. You're not calculating the percentage. The function needs to return two values, the percentage and the missing ingredients list. Think about how you'd calculate the percentage of recipe ingredients the character does not have, then return both values. What do you think the percent calculation might look like? Hmm. The missing ingredients list is correct now. The only remaining issue is the percentage. Okay, so I can use the not in on the if statement right here, but not for I in a recipe. If I is not in the inventory, the missing ingredients appended appended to the missing ingredients. Okay, return missing ingredients. Because that's what it wanted us to do for one of them, right? Return a new list of ingredients the character is missing but that are required. Okay. The float representing the percentage required ingredients of character. Shit, but let's see. Function needs to return two values, percentage and the missing ingredients list. Think about what you calculate the percentage, how you would calculate the percentage of recipe ingredients the character does not have or does have, then return both values together. What do you think the percentage calculation might look like? How about now? Oh wait, the missing ingredients list is correct now. The only remaining issue is the percentage. You need to figure out what fraction of the recipe ingredients um, the character has. Then multiply by 100 to get a percentage. You can derive the number of ingredients they have from what you already know, the total recipe length and the number of missing ingredients. Hmm. Uh, Maybe I should put up here. Shit. Percentage equals. Um. Length of. What kind of percentage? Percentage required. So the float length of. Let's see. Or maybe I put it afterwards. Hmm. So the missing ingredients is gonna check the inventory. and compare it to the recipe. And then put it into a list of missing ingredients. So we need to see the float length of recipe. And then what we subtract that from the float len length of missing ingredients. Alright, so the percentage required is the float of len recipe minus the float len. Actually gotta do float len. Or I could just do float once, right? And just put a parenthesis. So let's see the length of the recipe and minus the length of ingredients times 100. Okay, I'm fucking up on my math. Alright, so two problems with the percent calculation. Order of operations. You're calculating percent required before the loop runs, so missing ingredients is still empty. At that point, the calculation needs to happen after the loop. Okay, the method itself, you're getting the count of ingredients they have, example 4.0, but you need a percentage. How would you turn, um, they have 2 out of 4 ingredients into 50%? So let's move this. Wait, actually, let's make some room for it. So I just multiply this by 100. Just one of them, I think. Run. Uh, stuck. It says you're very close. The loop placement is not correct. The math just needs one more step. To get a percentage, you multiply by 100 and then divide by total. Right now, you're only multiplying. Think of it this way: 2 out of 4 ingredients. So if this one is 2 out of 4, then I should put length. I should switch this one over here, right? Divided by the length of the recipe times 100. I think that's what I'm fucking up on. So I float the whole thing. Let's say the missing ingredients is 2 and the length of recipe is 4. Hmm. Am I checking the right in? Right, I got 2 divided by 4. What? What now? Great progress. One test is passing. The issue is settled. You're calculating the percentage of ingredients that are missing What the assignment is asking for the percentage that the character has. So yeah, inventory. No? Oh wait, okay. Inventory on the left and then okay. Recipe on the right. So this one right here needs to be inventory. There we go. No? Two passed, two failed. She. Alright, you're using len inventory is unreliable because the inventory can have more or fewer items than in recipe, and some inventory items might not even be in the recipe. You already have everything you need. You know that the total number of recipe ingredients, len recipe, the number of missing ingredients, len missing ingredients. So the number of ingredients the character has is length recipe minus len of missing ingredients. Can you use that as your numerator? So the len recipe minus the missing ingredients. Okay, so the length of the missing ingredients divided by. The total number of the recipe ingredients length recipe. So you know the total number. Do I change the division to subtraction? Looks like you reverted back to len missing ingredients as a numerator, which gives the missing percentage again. The output shows 100.04 cases where everything is missing. You need len recipe minus len missing ingredients as the numerator, not just len missing ingredients. Try replacing just that part. Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking that in my head, but I was like, is that doing too much? Alright, so length of recipe minus length of missing ingredients divided by len recipe. What is unmatched? Ah, okay, another one over here. And another one over here. Yep. There we go. I should have just copied it because I'm like confusing myself with the amount of fucking parentheses I need. So 2 here, 2 there, 1 outside. So this one and this one's the outside. This one doesn't need any. This needs 2, cause this one and this one, that one, this one, that. Okay. Well, I got it. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me try to understand what I did. So the assignment was to check ingredients map function. It accepts 2 strings, recipe inventory. List of ingredients needed is the recipe inventory is the list of ingredients that the character has. Ugh. It needs to return 2 values. So the 2 values is the percentage required and missing ingredients. The float representing the percentage of required ingredients has is the percentage required. Oh no, I shouldn't rename this to percentage has. I'll just keep it like that. Yeah, no. It makes more sense if I put percentage have or has. percentage has. There we go. Submit it. Alright, so the percentage has the percentage that the character has, whatever. Damn it! Okay, just so I could understand it better. Character underslash has. Run, pass. Okay. Alright, so it should return two values, a float representing the percentage of required ingredients the character has. Oh no, wait, the percentage of required ingredients. So I did have it right the first time. Percentage. I could put percentage of ingredients needed. Percentage. Let's just put percentage required ingredients. Under slash required percentage required ingredients. And then there we go. I think okay, I fixed it so that it makes sense now. Alright. Check ingredient match function up here. Recipe is the list of ingredients needed. Inventory is the list of ingredients the character has. Missing ingredients is a list that I need to create, right? So a list of ingredients the character is missing, but that are required. Obviously, by missing ingredients list. Missing ingredients is returned over here. Assume that the recipe list won't contain any duplicates. Recipes require one ingredient of each kind, for example, yada yada. Alright. So the float, let's see. In order to, let's see. For the missing ingredients fucking list, for I in recipe, so it's checking item in recipe for items in recipe. If items are alright, items. I gotta change it there too. Alright, submit and it works. Alright. Alright, so for the items in the recipe list, if the items are not in the inventory that the character has, right? The missing ingredients append the item, which is in the missing ingredients list, add the item. Okay, so it's saying write down the item in the missing ingredients list. So you have the list saying that missing ingredients, and then you write on a separate piece of paper. Percentage required ingredients is a different thing. It's the float representing percentage of required ingredients of the character. So now percentage required ingredients means you grab the float of everything and you times it by 100, so you get a percentage. But the actual math is the length of the recipe. So let's say that the recipe is 4 items in it. 4 items in the recipe list. Subtract the total of the missing ingredients. So let's say there's 2 missing ingredients, right? So 4 minus 2, that's 2 left. And you divide that by the length of the recipe again. You bring the length of the recipe again because okay. So you get the fraction of what the fucking you get a decimal by dividing, but the fraction is 2 to 4. So 2 divided by 4 is 1/2, but in a fraction it's 0.5, which is 50. 0.5 turn it into a percentage, you times that by 100, which makes it alright, 50%. Okay, okay. Alright, moving on. Moving on. Hopefully we understand it better, and hopefully I did not confuse you further. Let's see. Dictionaries is next. Let's see how much time I have. I'm gonna try to keep this close to 1 hour. Yep, I'm pretty much done. It took me an hour to do uh, two of the fucking lessons of the lists over here. About half an hour. I'm trying to understand it. So, let's see, dashboard. Next is dictionaries. Sets, errors, practice, and then the quiz. So, for the dictionaries, the next thing is just dictionaries. Let's see. There are 11 lessons here. Dictionaries, duplicate keys, accessing dictionary values, setting dictionary values, updating dictionary values, deleting dictionary values, counting practice, iterating over a dictionary in Python, ordered or unordered, quest status, merge dictionaries. So these two are gonna be like uh, everything that you learned, put it together, and yeah, it might be 3. It usually gives me like 3 per chapter, like exercises to do, like whatever. Yeah. Um, Dashboard. Ooh, let's check the leaderboard. Let's see where I'm at. You're in 7th position of 25 members for daily. 588. It would have been more if I didn't use fucking boots, but I need them. I need it! It's either that or use ChatGPT to help me out. To ask questions and shit. So that I'm not wasting too much time fucking going back and forth in the lesson and still not getting it. You're in 9th position of 25 league members. Yep. These guys are probably gonna get ahead of me right here. I'm still in the top 10 from in my league. 5,239 out of total students. Global leaderboards. Top daily learners. You are in 5,239 of 1,207,126 total students. That is a lot of students right there. But that is, if you divide that, you get the percentage. I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. Let's get this. Where's the calculator? Control V, and then space, divide that by 5,239. Oh shit, I copied everything, didn't I? Copy that. And then Control V. No, I have to put that in the front, don't I? Yep. Ah, man, are you serious? Um, that's like 4%. Uh, I'm 4% of the total students. Or the top 4 percentile? I don't know. Of the daily learners? I don't know. I probably did the math wrong again. I'm fucking up again. I don't know why I'm doing this. 84,190. Alright. I want to play some video games. Alright, that's gonna be it for my stream for learning Python on Boot.Dev. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow all my other channels. Remember, I am live streaming on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, and Twitch. Alright, Twitch and Kick are primarily just live streaming platforms. YouTube and Rumble, they'll have the videos there for you guys to rewatch over and over. I suggest like going to YouTube though, because the playlists are more organized there, and you don't have to search for the videos and shit and scroll down. Anyways, um, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.